Have you ever noticed how sometimes in Pokken Tournament, attacks don't beat grabs outright as they should, but instead clash? Well, I've debunked the mysteries behind the mechanic, and I'm here to share my findings with you. I'm Khanpeki, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, as a main rule you want to know, the general rule of thumb, grabs will clash with attacks if an attack is still in its first few frames. So, if a character is far enough into an attack, that attack will outright beat the grab, as it should. Strong attacks as well as light attacks in dual phase normally follow this rule. It's important to note that high and low attacks make no difference whatsoever. It does not matter what character you use or what character your opponent is playing, the only things that matter are how fast your attack is, how many frames of startup it has, and how fast their grab is. The frames of startup matter because it is only during the frames of startup that a grab will clash with an attack. There are many exceptions to this rule, however. Homing attacks will always beat grabs, no matter how early the attacker is grabbed. Homing attacks for some reason have no frames at startup where a grab will clash with the attack. You can see this on the screen now. No matter how early or late I use the homing attack, Lucario will always get hit. Ranged attacks in field phase do not have this property and can be interrupted by grabs, but homing attacks will always beat grabs, no matter what. Attacks that are guaranteed to initiate a phase shift will always beat out grabs. In field phase, every character's forward Y attack is completely impervious to the grab as they all initiate a phase shift when they hit. An attack that would only initiate a phase shift due to the phase shift point system will not, however, always beat grabs. They follow the same general rule of thumb as most attacks. A video explaining the point system, by the way, will be down in the description. In the combo list of your character, there may be a move that has the description, effective against grab attacks. These attacks will never clash with grabs, no matter how early on in the attack they get grabbed. Sceptile and Charizard both have these attacks in dual phase and execute them with up and X. Any attack that starts as a counter, such as Sceptile's Leaf Blade, will always lose to grabs no matter how far along in the attack your character is. Leaf Blade, for instance, would have to hit Lucario before Lucario's grab even comes out. To conclude, if an attack is still in its early frames, it will clash with grabs. In its later frames, it will always beat out grabs outright. The exceptions to this rule are homing attacks, which will always beat grabs, attacks that initiate phase shifts will always beat grabs, a move that is effective against grabs in the combo list will always beat grabs, and attacks with a counter aspect will always lose to grabs. Thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something new. If you did, please drop a like, it really helps me out and makes me all fuzzy inside. Now go jump on that ranks ladder with your new knowledge and become the very best, like no one ever was.